Welcome back again to another one of our seniors workouts from home. As you're aware by now, I'm sure, that we're converting to running 2 of our sessions a week rather than doing the 3 a week. So I'll probably be posting these on Tuesdays and Thursdays rather than Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. However, I think just based on the numbers, 2 is going to be enough for you. I'm going to be opening up some live programming in the fall. I've got a brand new space. It's massive, 3,000 square foot, open space, unobstructed with front and back door open for a fresh breeze. So that's going to give some of you another opportunity to get other workouts in as well. But I'll give you more details on that later. Today we're going to do a full body workout. It's a fun one. There's some stuff in here that we haven't done before. And of course, as always, there's lots of stuff that we have done before that I feel is very important to repeat. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I want you to follow along with me. We're not going to count these. You can stand close to a chair or a wall if you need it to help you with balance, but we're going to be raising our knees in this order. Alright, so it's important that we warm up the legs and hips appropriately today, because we're going to start off after this work is done and after a balancing exercise with something specifically for the legs that we haven't done before, and I want to make sure that you're prepared for it. So that's about enough for the leg lifts. Now let's do a few leg swings. And for this, I'm going to require that everyone touch a chair or touch a wall. You may not need it, but it's a good idea. It's really easy to lose balance on this one. So we're going to stand on one leg. It doesn't matter which one. The free leg, you're just going to start swinging forwards and backwards. You'll notice that I try to allow for free motion here. It's all right if you have a little range of motion because your muscles are tight. If you have a little bit more flexibility, of course, the range of motion is going to be greater. But the point of this exercise is to limber up the muscles in the back when we swing the leg forwards, and to limber up the muscles in the front of the hip when we swing the leg backwards. And so we don't want to be doing it slowly like this, where we're engaging the muscles and squeezing them and tightening them all the way through. So kind of create a nice light swinging action. And if nothing else, you're going to feel the hip on the standing leg work. So let's grab the chair with the other hand now and start swinging the other leg. And again, it doesn't matter what your range of motion, as long as it's enough for you to experience a little bit of a stretch on the front of the hip and a little bit of a stretch on the back side of the hip. Okay, I think we'll need another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect, perfect. And for those of you who really struggle with this kind of exercise, really grip the chair hard and lean on it. Make full use of it. For those of you who have better balance, just use the chair a little bit less. All right, let's do one exercise for our calves. Today we're going to raise up onto the balls of both feet. As we drop, we're going to pick up the ball and toes of the right foot. We raise up again and then pick up the ball and toes of the left foot. We're going to do this in a multiple of 9, starting from 0. Right foot. 9. Left foot. 18. Right. And so on and so forth. 27. 36. 45. 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. Now we're going to count back from 90, but grab a chair. We're going to raise up and then flip the balls and toes of both feet out. 81, 72, 63, 54, 45, 36, make sure to fully flick up those toes. What were we at? 45, 36, 27, 18, 9, and then one more. 0. Okay, so the next exercise. You could do this exercise behind a chair, right? Because it's going to be kind of a side lunge. But I prefer it, if you're capable of doing this without the chair, to try the first method that I demonstrate first. So what we're all going to do together is take a side step to the left. It could be shoulder width or wider, all right? So we're going to take that step, and then we're going to take our hands and we're just going to bend forward and reach towards the knee. Don't go any deeper than that. And As we rise up, we're going to bring the feet back together. And it's here that you might want to have something to hold on to. If you feel that's going to be too difficult for you, you can hold the chair, fold forward with the spine nonetheless, just as though you were reaching for the knee. And then we're going to alternate sides. So you can keep your hands on the chair the whole time. If I show you this in profile though, this is where you're really going to understand what's happening. As we take the step, I'm pushing my butt back to counterbalance my upper body before I bring my feet back together. What I'm not doing is flexing my spine and reaching like this. I'm trying to make you bend the knee and straighten one leg at a time. All right? So a little more description than I usually like to give, but it's worth it. We're going to be doing this exercise in the future and others like it. So it's worth understanding how it's supposed to work today. So we're going to start with a step to our left. Okay, it could be smaller than mine, it could be larger than mine. Reach for the knee, and then rise up. At the same time, bring your feet together, and then take a step to the right. Push the bum back, reach for your knee, a little fold forward, and then come back up. So it's a little bit of a fold forward and a little bit of a knee bend at the same time. All right, this is the second one. And we're going to go all the way up to 10. I guess I've decided without thinking that this one's going to be a multiple of 1. All right, number 4. By the way, if your legs start to get really taxed, even with the chair, then just bend the knee less. 6, fold forward, still to the knee though. 7, what's going to happen, it might be awkward today, but as we run through this in subsequent sessions, you'll find that you get more efficient at it and you get stronger. It's a really important exercise because it represents lateral movement, side to side movement. And the last one. 10. All right, perfect. Now you're going to want to grab your rubber band. If any of you has a thicker rubber band that you want to use, you can grab a thicker one, or you can use the TheraBands that I'm usually using. Don't be afraid to switch up the bands, or as you find you're getting stronger, to change up to something that's a little bit harder for your body. So we're going to tuck our elbows in, we're going to flex, drawing the hands up with the shoulders, and then draw them down. The only difference today is that I want you to start from this position. So you already have a flex in the biceps. And then we're going to drop one down and flex, and then the other down and flex. All right, so it's a little bit harder than usual. Get yourselves ready. We're going to count a multiple of 4, starting from 0, 4, 8. Don't worry, I'll give you rest at 40, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40. Okay, now shake those arms out. It's the first time we've done that negative version of the exercise, that backwards version of the exercise. Now we're going to come back from 40 this time, drawing both hands up and down at the same time, starting from 40, 36. Little reminder, all these standing exercises. 32, I want to flex in the knees and a slight fold in the hips. 28, it's a lot easier on your back. 24, 20, 16, 12, 8, 4, and 0. All right, good. You should be feeling that in your arms and shoulders by now, so we're going to move on to a rotator cuff exercise. You'll definitely need a nice, light, easy, flimsy band for this next one. We've done it already a few times in the last several weeks. You're going to start with your hands shoulder width apart and thumbs facing each other. And at the end of the movement, after we've opened up our wingspan, or towards or throughout the movement rather than at the end of the movement, we're going to turn our thumbs to face the wall behind us or the ceiling. So it starts thumbs towards each other and then thumbs up or thumbs back. Opening up the wingspan, closing out the shoulder blades together the whole time. We're going to spell the following word that is astonishing. It should be appearing above me now. We'll spell it forwards, starting from A. Take your time on this one, it's a hard one. S. It's probably the hardest rotator cuff muscle exercise, T, that I've given you, or that I have period in this program. O. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together, it's important. N, that you're not making the rotator cuff muscles work in isolation. I, or only with the assistance of the rear delt. When you squeeze your shoulder blades together, S, you involve another important muscle called the rhomboids. H, so you're teaching them, you're training them all to coordinate with one another. I, which makes day-to-day activities and being active and a lot more efficient. It's a lot easier on your body. G, it's not just about getting stronger. All right, we will not have to spell that one backwards with this exercise, but we'll spell it backwards with the next exercise. So we're going to have a seat. And this one is going to be another exercise for your upper back and rotator cuff muscles. We're going to loop that band around the base of our feet, and we're going to open up our wingspan. And as we open up our wingspan, we're going to fold our forearms backwards, so that's also a form of external rotation. And we're going to spell astonishing backwards, starting from G. Squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back. I, really squeeze them. Sorry, G, N, this is I. H. S. Don't worry, your shoulders are going to get a break after this. I. N, I promise. O. T. S. A. All right. So for the final exercise here, we're going to do a shoulder press because I really want to work your shoulders. No, I'm kidding. As I said, we're done with the shoulders. So we're going to do a scissor action. We're going to do it two ways. So the first one is the classic scissor pose, right? Over, under. The second version, all right, this is when we're counting a multiple backwards, is going to be up and down. And that might feel easy in the beginning, but trust me, you're quickly going to wear. So we're going to count/spell the following sequence forwards and then backwards with this circuit. So 8, 8, 8, 3, 3, 3, A, C, C. All right. Hope you've memorized it. All right, here we go. 8, 8, 8, 3, all over under for these. 3, 3. You remember it? A, C, great. C, all right, drop those feet. Now we're going to do the up and down version, counting/spelling that backwards. Starting from C, C, a little slower paced here. A, 3, 3, by the way, you can sit further back in your chair. It makes it a lot easier. 3, it's adjustable. 8, 8, 8. All right, as simple as that exercise was, I know it wears on you. So that is going to conclude the exercise portion of today's session. We're not done yet though. We're going to do single hand tosses. And we're going to make it better than that. It's also going to be training your sense of peripheral sight, which means, as you know, we're not going to look directly at the ball. We're going to pick a point in the distance. We're going to look at that point and use our sensor of peripheral sight to track the ball. I would advise, since it's a single hand, that you keep the motions, the tosses really small, and then try and expand that if you feel more confident. Flex the knees, flex the hips, make sure you can react well. We're going to start with a multiple of 8, starting from 0, 8, 16, 32, no, 16, 24, sorry, 32, 40, 48, 56, I'm multitasking here, 64, 72, and 80. All right, pat yourselves on the back if you managed to catch every single one of those. Let's take this ball and count backwards from 80 in the opposite hand, starting from 80. 72. 64. 56. 48. 40. 32. 24. 16. 8. And 0. That is it for the day. I hope you're noticing some improvements on those. I had a good time today. It was not exactly an easy session. It was a full body session. Next session, since we're only doing 2 this week and going forward, it's going to be another full body session. And again, I'm going to put a good strong focus on balance because I know some of you can only do a few of the exercises. And I know that the balance ones for you are appropriate and that you can do them, so I'll sneak them earlier on into the workout so you can watch those and then take off and enjoy yourselves while the rest of us slug through the remainder of the workout. Until next time, make sure to stay active, stay healthy, stay strong, everyone. Bye.